So moving on, we're going to talk about the do-it-yourself, the DIY model. And what makes this different is that your clients now interact directly with the SaaS platform. So previously on the DFY model, the clients did not know that this platform existed. They would pay you directly for a white glove service. In this case, the clients are actually doing things themselves. If they want to change, they go into the campaign, they make a change. If they want to add something, they want to view a statistic, they want to see real-time stats, they want to change promotion, whatever they want to do, you're giving them access to your branded platform. Okay, this is something that a lot of you, when you started, you probably didn't think about this business model because this gives you the opportunity to really act the same way that we are acting. My Wi-Fi networks, you're buying the software from us. Now we own it, but your clients don't have to necessarily know that you are white labeling this. They can think, you're offering them access to John's Wi-Fi platform and they're getting their own username, they're managing their own campaign, they've seen their own analytics. To them, it really doesn't matter who owns it. They're getting great value. And you're able to then sell it to them and have them manage their own campaigns, self-serve. So think about it like a self-serve kind of deal, where you go to McDonald's, you serve yourself. It's going to be cheaper than going to a restaurant and being served. So same kind of idea where clients will serve themselves, and then it frees up your time to do whatever you want. Obviously, when you bring a lot of clients on board and you have a lot of clients who are using it, I'm going to get rid of that little jing. So if you have clients that are using it, they're able to then go in and manage it themselves, and you can freeze up your time to work on your business and do some other things. So how does the DIY model work? How do you set this up? So really it is a hands-off business model. It is designed to bring clients in, you set up users for them, they manage themselves. It's important because it white labels the entire sales process. So what we've done is we've given you the ability to customize everything, even down to the domain and the SSL. So when your clients sign up, they don't necessarily know that you're using us. It's a great benefit for you. You can also turn your business into a full-fledged software as a service. You have software as a service right now by virtue of you signing up and being a partner with us. You have your own white label platform. You can resell that as much as you want. You can also create cost-effective solutions, so you can charge as little as like $10, $15 a month. It doesn't matter because to you, it's no additional cost on the plan that you're on, especially if you're on an agency plan with us. So it's a great ability to scale your business. You can give a cost direct to the business owner. You can charge an annual fee if you want to the client as well. And you can then manage everything via our sub-user feature. So what's involved to set up a DIY client? Really, all you do is create sub-users for the clients. So once you create a location and a campaign, you set up a sub-user and you apply the rights to that sub-user to give access to a campaign, a location, whatever given properties you want. What you do is you hand it over to the client. You also train them using how to use the software. Usually it's just a 2-3 minute video that you have to do. I find the best thing to do is give clients just access to the analytics to start. You can also do a bit of a little bit of a combination of the DFY and the DIY model where maybe you set it up for the client, you set up the campaign, you get everything up and running, and then you hand over the keys and you give the client a username access and they can go in as a sub-user. They can only view analytics. So that works great as well. Again, you don't have to pick one of these business models. You can run all three of them. But what you do is you train the clients on how to use it so that they go in and really serve themselves. That results in minimal support, sometimes a little bit more support up front, but after that, they are all hands off. So it's a great way to grow your business. So step by step, how you would do this is number one, you have to be on an agency plan. You want to set up your white label domain and your custom portal domain. Once those are all set up and white labeled, you can then advertise your services. So on your website, you can say, get access to my Wi-Fi platform. It's whatever price you want. There's a setup fee, no setup fee. It's free. You can choose however you want to monetize this. You usually want to create a payment form. So by this, you really create automated sales. If you create a recurring billing payment form, you can do this via PayPal. We're going to be doing some training on Recurly in the new year and talking about how to automate everything as far as payments go. But really simply using FreshBooks or using PayPal, they have a recurring billing module. All you do is have somebody sign up for, let's say, $30 a month. When they enter their payment details and click OK, every month they will be paying you $30 on autopilot. So all that works great, and all you have to do is create a sub-user for the client, provide them with access, provide them with training on how to use it, sit back and collect that recurring revenue because it's not a white glove service. It's a low end. It's kind of a discount model where you're giving a client value for a lot less money because you're not expected to make those changes. You can also offer something where, look, I'll give it to you for X amount per month. You manage it yourself. If you ever need our help, it's going to cost $75 an hour for our time. Whatever you'd like, you can do that. A lot of our agencies do that. And the hardware side, some people are asking about the hardware. What you want to do is bake in the cost of the hardware to the client. So if you want to sell an annual plan, for example, so say $300 a year, I'm going to give you free hardware. When you think about the cost, the hardware from our store is about $80. You're profiting $220 off the bat. But then think about everything you can upsell to that client. Usually on a baseline plan like this, clients are collecting leads. Once they collect the leads and the emails, they don't know what to do. And this is, I'm speaking from experience. So clients, once they have an email list, they're like, now what? And guess who the first person they're calling is? They're calling you to say, I need an email campaign, or I need Facebook retargeting. Can you help me? I don't know what to do. And that's when you charge them $2,000, $3,000 for an email campaign. Because you know what? Once this device is in their location and they're building an email list, they will gladly pay you $2,000, because when you send one email off, they'll make more than that. Again, depending on the store, depending on the retail location or restaurant, depending on how much they charge for their products. But I know that this kind of worked in the SMS days. This is even more effective because you're getting people's real Facebook email addresses. So it works great. So talking about the profit potential of a DIY business plan. So there really is the same amount of work to onboard clients, but less amount of work on the long run. And it's the same amount of work if you're offering a full done-for-you setup and then an ongoing DIY. There's less individual profit potential per client because really you're charging less, but you're able to reach a wider audience because your price point is so much lower. This also helps you free up personal time so you don't have to be on call to your client to make changes because they have a username and password. They can log in and do it themselves. And what I like, this is very scalable with advertising. So if you're running Facebook ads to people in your area, get started today, fill out the form. Once the payment comes, you set up a sub-user, send a device. It is a great way to scale it. You're not really limited to the people you're seeing face-to-face. So how to set this up, the step-by-step, it's available for agency and enterprise plans only. You want to white label your dashboard and your portal. You want to create your payment page, create your sub-users, and that is that. So let's get into guys, before we move on, if you have done DIY, I want you to type in the words DIY. If you're making money with DIY, type in the DIY with $signs. I just want to get an idea of who has already kind of sold sub-user access and sold the self-serve model to your clients. Give everybody a few seconds to type it in here.